Today, we're going to dive into something pretty incredible, the science and, the actual steps of breaking free from your past to consciously design a totally new future.
But first, let me ask you something. Does your life ever feel like it's just stuck on a loop? The same thoughts, the same feelings, the same old results day in and day out. If that sounds familiar, trust me, you are not alone. And today, we're going to unpack exactly why that happens and, more importantly, what you can actually do about it.
All right, so here's the game plan for our journey today. First, we'll get into how your personality is literally creating your reality. Then, we'll look at the science of why we get so stuck. After that, we'll talk about how to break free, how to actually build that new future, and finally, what it really means to become somebody else entirely. Okay, first things first, we've got to wrap our heads around this huge foundational idea. Your outer world, your personal reality, it's basically a mirror reflecting your inner world, your personality. So get this, we think somewhere between 60,000 and 70,000 thoughts every single day. But here is the mind-blowing part. A whopping 90% of those thoughts are the exact same ones we had yesterday. Just let that sink in for a second. And what does that do? Well, it creates this powerful and usually unconscious feedback loop, right? Your same old thoughts, they lead to the same old choices. Those choices drive the same old behaviors. And those behaviors, they create the same experiences, which then, you guessed it, fire off the very same emotions, which, of course, just reinforce those original thoughts. And boom, the cycle just keeps on going. And this cycle, this combination of how you think, how you act, and how you feel, well, that's it. That's your personality. It's not some vague idea. It's this living, breathing loop that runs your life.
So here's the absolute bottom line. If your personality is creating your personal reality, well, you just can't create a new life by being the same old you. It's impossible. If you truly want to change your life, you have to fundamentally change your personality. You have to, quite literally, become someone else. All right, now let's get into the science of it all. How does this whole cycle get so deeply wired into our biology that it actually feels like we can't change, even when we desperately want to? Okay, you've probably heard this before, but it's so key. Nerve cells that fire together, wire together. It's a fundamental rule in neuroscience. See, every time you repeat a thought or an action or a feeling, you're turning on a specific network of brain cells. The more you do that, the stronger and more automatic that connection gets. You are literally, physically wiring your brain to be, well, you. And this goes on for years, right? So by the time we hit, say, our mid-30s, our personality has become so hardwired that about 95% of who we are is just a set of memorized programs, unconscious habits, automatic emotional reactions, basically an identity that's just running on autopilot. And this right here, this is the internal tug of war we all feel when we try to change. Your body has been conditioned for years to live in the past, and it craves what's familiar. And here's the crazy part. Even if that familiar feeling is guilt or unhappiness, it feels predictable, and to the body, predictable feels safe. The unknown future, on the other hand, that feels uncertain, uncomfortable, downright scary. So your body does everything it can to pull you right back into what it knows. So, if we're battling decades of our own biological programming, how on earth do we actually break free? Well, it all starts with a huge shift, moving from being the program to becoming the one who observes the program. And here's the good news, the really good news. The laws of neuroscience work in reverse too. Just like you can wire circuits together, you can also unwire them. When you stop firing those old networks, they start to weaken. They literally begin to prune apart. This is the master key right here. The second you can step back and just observe your automatic thoughts or your knee-jerk behaviors or those reactive emotions without getting swept away by them, that's the moment you take your power back. You're no longer the unconscious program. You are the consciousness that's watching it.
And you know what? This is the true purpose of something like meditation. It's not about emptying your mind or stopping your thoughts. That's impossible. It's about becoming so familiar with your old programmed self, the thoughts, the feelings, the habits, that you can finally see them coming and consciously say, you know what? Nope, that's the old me. I'm choosing something different now. All right, so once you start unwiring that old self, this this space opens up. And it's in that space that you can start to intentionally, deliberately install the new neurological hardware for the new you. And really, this is the choice we are all making every single day, whether we know it or not. If you are not defined by a clear, compelling vision of the future, then you are by default left with nothing but the memories of the past. It's one or the other. So how do you do that? Well, one super powerful tool is called mental rehearsal. You can literally install new brain circuitry. So at the end of the day, you can look back and pinpoint a moment where you slipped into an old habit. Then you decide how you wish you had responded, and then you close your eyes and you just rehearse that new response over and over again in your mind. The amazing thing is, your brain doesn't know the difference between what's real and what you're imagining, so it starts building a new map for your future behavior. But just thinking about it isn't quite enough. This is the secret sauce. The second absolutely crucial step is to combine that clear intention in your mind with an elevated emotion in your body. You have to actually feel the gratitude or the joy or the freedom of your future self right now, before it even happens. That's what teaches your body what that new reality feels like. It starts to believe it's already happened. And this, my friends, brings us to the really profound part, the ultimate payoff of doing this work, of combining that clear intention with that elevated emotion day in and day out. See, when your mind and body finally get on the same page, when how you think and how you feel are totally aligned with your future, something incredible happens. You stop chasing things. You don't have to anymore. You become a magnet, a vortex, and your new destiny starts coming to you. Opportunities, synchronicities, they just start showing up. Now look, this whole process, it is not for the faint of heart. It's often called crossing the river of change. And to get to that other side, to that new self, the old you has to go through a kind of metaphorical death, neurologically, biologically, even genetically. You really have to let go of who you've been in order to become the person you were always meant to be. And that really gets to the heart of it all. I mean, yes, the new job or the better health or the new relationship, that's all amazing. But the real victory, the greatest prize of all, is who you become in the process. You become someone who has mastered their old self, someone who has proven to themselves that they are truly worthy of that incredible new future. So let's leave you with this. The past doesn't exist anymore, except as a memory in your brain. Every single moment is a brand new opportunity to make a different choice, to think a different thought, to feel a different emotion. So the only real question left is, who are you choosing to be right now in this moment?